All right. Welcome to class. Just so you all know, I have someone here in the back, so if you hear any funky noises, it's not me. It's Marike. Make sure you've got some cushions, maybe a yoga block if you have it, and just go mute if you want. Then we're going to begin. We're going to start in a Sukhasana, a basic cross-legged position. So you probably want to elevate your hips, sitting onto a cushion or a block, one of the two. Just crossing your legs either way, starting to settle in. Bringing your hands either lightly onto your knees or maybe into your lap, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And just closing down the eyes. And starting to focus on your breath. Soft inhales. And soft exhales. With every breath in, you allow your belly to expand. And for your breath to come all the way up towards your chest and your collarbones. Breathing into that heart space. With every exhale, your shoulders slowly start to drop. Allowing your hips to soften. Letting go of any tension into your legs. Your ankles soft. Your knees soft. And you feel the length through the spine. Really arriving here on your mat. Tuning in with how you feel. What is going on for you today? What's going on in your mind? And what's going on in your body? Can you notice, observe those places where your body may feel tight or tensed? And can you bring some kindness there? Giving yourself permission to let anything arise for the next hour, whatever has to arise. Good feelings, joy and happiness, of excitement, or maybe feelings of fear or anxiety. Whatever is going on for you today, allow yourself to experience it, to actually feel it. And taking a moment here, before we open our eyes, to maybe set an intention for your practice. What do you need today? What would you like to work on? What will help you? The universe is always there for support. We just need to ask for help. So ask. Let's breathe a few times together. Inhale through the belly, chest, and collarbones. Exhale, side out through your mouth. Inhale, belly, chest, and collarbones. Exhale, let it go. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Allowing that intention to wash all over you and to guide you through your practice today. And then gently opening up your eyes, coming back here into your space. And if you had your hips elevated, you may want to take away your cushion or your block. Bring it within hand reach, but away from your mat. And you're going to extend your left leg out. You're going to keep the right knee bent, left leg goes out, making sure that fleshy bits are away from underneath the sitting bones. And you're going to take a deep breath in, rising both arms high up to sky. With an exhale, you're going to twist towards the left leg and gently reach and fold over. And then just allowing your body to hang wherever it lands. And feel free to take cushions here to bring in between your thigh and your belly, your chest, if you want some support. But it may be nice to just keep yourself hanging into gravity. Allow your body to let go in this way. So we're going to be here for a while. You guys know it. It's a yin class. So settle in and get comfortable, or at least as comfortable as you can be. Wiggle around for that last bit if you need to. Take props. And then find your stillness. Being quiet with your breath. And quiet into the pose. Your eyes stay closed as much as possible throughout our practice today. You keep your movement super slowly and mindfully. Noticing how your body is slowly collapsing and coming closer and closer towards that thigh, that knee. Can you keep your breath down through the belly? And let go wherever you're trying to hold yourself up or back. Where do you feel the stretch? Where is it tight? Because that place is different for all of us. Yin is the best place, the best way to just go explore your own body. To go on a little adventure. And to find obstacles on your way. But to look at them with curiosity and an open mind. Getting softer and softer. Trying to keep your arms fully soft, relaxed. Your hands and fingers not clinging on to anything. Just let them land wherever they wanted to land. Give yourself that stillness. Five more breaths. Allowing yourself to let go more with your exhales. And when you've had your 5 breaths, very slowly allow your body to roll back up. Notice the sensations, especially in the lower back, middle back. Sitting straight up and bringing your arms back up towards the sky. Inhale. Then with your exhale, twist to your right side. Just a gentle twist. Looking over your right shoulder. Can you keep your hips soft? Your legs soft? Notice the sensations in your body, wherever it is. Last breath in. And then slowly come back to center. Now with that right knee bend, you're going to keep it that way. Just very slowly start to lean forwards a little bit so you can slide the left leg behind. We're going to come into our sleeping swan or pigeon here. So you want to keep your blocks, pillows, whatever you have close. Your shin comes down. You want to find an angle that doesn't hurt the knee in any way. Just slowly walking your back foot out, sinking into the hips. And if there's a lot of space between your right glute and the floor, you may want to take a cushion or a block underneath the right hip there. You're going to be able to melt into your hips without it being too uncomfortable. And you have options. You can stay here. If this is enough, just closing the eyes, or you start to gently come on to the forearms. And see how that feels. Maybe again, wiggling a little bit through the hips, finding that sweet spot. But you want to find a place always in your yin poses where you don't overdo yourself right at the start. I'm going to be here for at least 5 minutes in this one. So make yourself as comfortable as you can. And feel free, if you want to go all the way deeper, to come on to your forehead. And you also have the option to slide pillows underneath your belly for some support there. So again, use whatever you need. And then find your stillness. A deep hip opener. This is one of those poses that usually brings up a world of emotions. So whatever you feel out here, again, good or bad, just allowing yourself to be with those emotions. And maybe ask yourself why you're feeling that way. If this pose brings up frustration, why do I feel frustrated? If it brings up joy, why does it bring up joy? Using your yin practice to reflect on yourself and to get to know yourself a little bit better. Trying to stay connected with your breath and the sensations in your body. Letting go bit by bit. So really asking yourself, where can I let go a little bit more? And staying with it, staying present. Whatever comes up. Allow yourself to feel it. And allowing the time to bring you deeper into your body. To go towards that level of the fascia, the connective tissue. That tissue that connects everything in our bodies together. That's where the magic happens. It's a place where physical connects with mental and emotional. Giving yourself 5 more breaths. And knowing you're almost coming out of this pose, can you let go a little bit more? Finding softness. And when you're at the end of your last breath, just begin by lifting your head off, coming onto the hands, keeping your gaze soft. Walking the hands back towards the body and taking away any props from underneath your hip if you had any there. So you can sit yourself down onto that hip and swing your left leg back forwards. Just stretching both legs out in front of you. Lean back and give your legs a bit of a shake. Maybe flopping the feet from side to side. Taking a moment there. Giving that hip some space. Then we'll take it to the other side. So we're going to draw our left knee back in and our right leg out. Taking the fleshy bits away from underneath so your sitting bones are grounded and you can lengthen through the spine. And feel free, you can have a cushion underneath here if you want to. Now from here, take a deep breath in, lifting arms up. And with your exhale, twisting to the right leg and then folding forwards and over. Again, taking some time to settle in. Feel free to wiggle a bit. Finding that spot where you can fully let go. And then breathe again, as deep as you can. Trying not to hold yourself back. Just allowing your body to fall wherever it wants to fall. Relaxing your head and your neck completely. And allow your belly to just flop out with every breath in. And I know we ladies, we never like that. But since we're all alone in our room anyways, I mean, except for us here, but just let it go. And feel your breath ripple through your body. Creating space on the way. And softness when you release the breath. How does this side feel different compared to the other? And again, this doesn't have to be a perfect forward fold. I'm falling slightly forwards as well. That's okay. It's yin. So the idea is to not be perfect here. It's not about alignment. It's not about what it looks. It's about you sinking into your body and letting it go for once. To let it be wherever it is. And to be present with the experience. Five more breaths. And feel free to come up whenever you've finished. Very gently. Noticing the sensations in the legs when you release the back. And then take a breath in, bring the arms up again. With your exhale, twist to your left. Left hand behind the back, right hand just in front of the knee. Very gently lengthening through the spine, but nothing too forceful. Still allowing your breath to ripple through the body like that ocean wave. Your gaze is soft. Keep it towards the floor. And then taking one more inhale. And with your exhale, you come back to center. I'm going to go for our sleeping swan again. So the left knee stays bent. You start to lean forwards gently so you can slide the right leg behind you. And then coming a little bit onto the shin, wiggling your hips around. Take your time to settle in. Finding cushions underneath here, maybe underneath the left hip. Maybe cushions underneath the belly here, wherever you feel most comfortable with. Finding that sweet spot. You know how long we're going to stay, so make sure you can keep that. We have options. This is option 1 again. And option 2 is to come into your full arms. And option 3 is to come all the way down, but do it step by step and slowly, taking your time to settle in. And notice where you feel your stretch. Naar de rechterkant. Ja. Ja. Bringing your attention back into your body. Because I'm guessing your minds had all wandered off somewhere. So bring it back to your breath, into that place, into that hip space where you experience the effects of this pose the most. Give yourself permission to surrender into it. Notice where you're holding yourself up or back again. And then let it go there. Slow your breath down. Deepen it. 3 more. And whenever you've had enough, same way you came in, you come out. Gentle press up and through the hands. Gaze, stay soft. Walking back up towards the body. And then take your props out of the way. Sinking the left hip down. And then swing the legs forwards again. This time, hands behind you. Keep your knees bent. And just do some windshield wipers, knees from side to side. Very slower movement. And then stretch the legs out, lay down onto your backs. Just taking a quick rest here in between. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And an exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Let that sigh make your body heavy. Let go in any tension that you're still holding somewhere. And then feel into whatever is happening in your energetic body here. Where can you feel energy move? And it can be as tiny as a tingly sensation, or as big as a heartbeat somewhere. And then feel again. Where can you relax more? We're so naturally tensed that we forget after a second or two again that we were supposed to relax. One last inhale. And then slowly bend your knees, bring your hands behind your thighs and just start to rock up a few times. Massaging the spine, very soft rolls until you can make your way all the way up to seated. Into a cross-legged position, but from there we're going to go straight away into our butterfly. So in butterfly, the soles of the feet are together. And you have options. If you know you're quite tight into this pose, either in the hips, the inner thighs, you may want to elevate your hips like I'm doing here for sure. You're going to slide the feet in a little closer towards your hips. Just allowing the knees to fall out gently to the side, where you can feel I can find some softness here. Now, keep your cushions close. You may want to, we're going to fold over. You may want to have your cushions in between the feet and the belly to support. And then take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine. With your exhale, you just start to walk the fingertips forwards, little by little, allowing the body to melt, belly towards the heels. And again, just go as deep as you can feel that comfortable stretch, that edge into the inner thighs, or maybe your lower back, wherever your point again is for where you feel that blockage. Let your head go completely, give it a shake. Notice the release in the back of the neck when you do that, and how much tension most of us usually hold there. Making sure your arms and elbows are completely soft. You may turn the palms of your hands up towards the sky so you can really fully surrender and rest the upper body. What do you feel in this pose? Where can you feel your body open up physically? And what feeling comes up emotionally? Allowing your belly still to expand as much as possible with every breath in. With every exhale, your upper body just folds a little deeper. So you're never 100% still here. Your lower body is, but your upper body is pulsing with your breath. Just tiny little bits, maybe just millimeters. Expanding, contracting. Expanding, contracting. 3 more. And then slowly start to rise up with your head first, walking the hands back towards the body. And with your hands, slowly bring your knees back together. And walk the feet out a little wider. And allow your knees to fall back in towards one another, little pyramid here. Just taking that opposite rotation of your hips. You can take your block or your cushion away if you want to. Just giving yourself a moment here to notice the sensations into that hip area. Whatever you can pick up here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. And then from here, legs are going to come wide. Full straddle, or dragonfly actually. So you want to bring the heels as far out as you can. So just walk them out a bit. Then you may want to just lift your hips up for a moment and tiny bit sit yourself a bit further forwards. And again, feel free to take cushions underneath the hips here if that feels good. Or even blocks or cushions underneath the knees if this is just too much in the backs of the legs. Keeping cushions and everything else close again. We're going to go fold forwards again. So you may want to stack yourself up. Might be comfortable to even use a block at some point underneath the forehead. So keep it all within hand reach. But for now, I'm going to take a breath in first to lift up the arms and lengthen. With your exhale, starting to reach forwards, creating length into the back. Staying here for a moment, not going all the way yet. Take another inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, go a little deeper. One more time. Inhale, lengthen and lift. And then let your body all the way go. Finding the same position with the arms. A soft forward fold. Palms facing up so you can let go. Elbows are relaxed. Head is hanging and relaxed too. And notice what's happening in your legs. Probably you're still squeezing or holding the legs somewhere. Protecting your body to go deeper into the fascia. Because we're not used to that. So can you very consciously let go of any tension, anything where you're holding on to in your legs. No engagement at all. Wiggle as much as you need, and then find your stillness again. And again, just being present with the experience of this pose. What's happening in your body? Where's your mind going? And keep releasing and releasing. Three more breaths. And then slowly lifting the head, walking the hands back towards your body. Soft gaze. Very slowly with your hands, lifting the knees off. Bending your legs. Wrapping arms around. Just give yourself a bit of a hug, resting forehead onto your knees. Closing the eyes and breathe. Just holding yourself here for a moment. Acknowledging your body. And accepting wherever you are right now. Even if that means you're not where you wanted yourself to be. Just hold yourself. You'll be okay. And then slowly letting go. Coming onto all fours, hands and knees. Tabletop. Spreading your fingers wide, ground them into your mat. Making sure all the knuckles are connecting. Knees underneath your hips. Closing the eyes and just starting to flow through a cat and cow here. Inhale, arch. Exhale to round the spine. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Finding your own pace, your own breath, and even your own movement. Finding circles, ripples, in any way that your body wants to move here. Where does it need to open? Tune in. And allow your body to move in any possible direction. One last breath. And with your exhale, you come back into the center. Bring your knees out as wide as your mat. Big toes together to touch. Wide-legged child's pose, softening the hips back down. And here as well, you have options. If this feels too deep into your hips, either for the hips themselves or maybe for your knees or ankles, then slide a block or cushion underneath the hips. That's option one. Option number two is to go all the way deep into your hips, but take a cushion underneath your belly so you can relax the chest down. And then making sure your forehead comes down into your mat or maybe onto a block as well. Using any prop, that's what yin is also about. To really give your body what it needs, no need to push through anything. So again, take your time to settle, to find yourself comfortable. And then find your stillness. Maybe if you have the space, walk your knees out a little wider so you can go deeper into your inner thighs. But if you're good where you are, just stay. Where can you soften and where can you let go more? Three more breaths. Full belly expansion. And slowly start to rise up again, pressing into your palms so you can walk the hands back towards your body. Just bring the knees in just a little bit. We're kind of keeping them wide out here. It's going to create some space in the front side of the hips, a little movement here. So your big toes stay together in the back, knees slightly opened. And you take a breath and you're going to come onto your knees. You're going to swing your right arm over your head. And with your left hand, you're going to reach back to the back heel, squeezing your glutes, your hips forwards. So you feel a beautiful opening on the front side of your hips and into your heart space. Taking another breath in. With your exhale, sink your hips back down. Arms come in the center, just a moment, little ball here, and then swing it over to the other side. Inhale. Open. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale to the other side. Just finding your own pace again, your own flow. Pressing the hips up and forward so you find that good stretch, front side of the hips. In a beautiful way for expression as well. Opening the heart chakra, the throat chakra. So let out whatever needs to be out. Make it a bit of a dance. Moving through air slowly. One last one, inhale. And exhale, sink your hips down. Just bringing the knees back into the center. And sit down on either side of your hips. Swing the legs forwards. And shake them out again. And from here, making sure your feet are kind of at the end of your mat so you have space to roll down into your back. Hugging the knees into your chest, giving yourself a good little squeeze. And a little bit of a massage into the lower back. And extend your left leg out. Keep the right knee in. Gently bring the hands around the right knee and pull it in a little bit so you open up into the hip space. Maybe a little circle, drawing with that knee so that hip opens up just a little bit. Inhale. And with an exhale, just guide your right knee over to your left side, finding yourself into a twist. So the right knee drops to the floor. And your right arm opens to the right. Wiggle your shoulders. You want to walk the left shoulder underneath, the right shoulder down towards the mat. And then bring your gaze over to your right hand. And allow your body to relax. You may want to use a cushion or a block here underneath the right knee. If that right knee is hovering and that feels uncomfortable, feel free to just prop it up. Taking a last breath in. And then come back to the center. Hugging both knees in towards your chest again. And then keep your left knee there and stretch your right leg out. Pulling the left knee gently in towards the chest and maybe making some circles. And when you're ready, drop your left knee over to the right. Crossing it over, rolling onto that hip. Wiggle your shoulders. And bring your gaze over to your left hand and closing the eyes. And it's your choice if you want to stay a little longer or whether you're going to come back to center and get yourself ready for your final Shavasana. And if you go for that Shavasana, then you may want to grab something warm to cover yourself if you feel like you're cooling down. Stretching the legs out. And feel free to take a cushion underneath your knees or underneath your head for some support. With feet out towards the edges of your mat. Give your hands a bit more space next towards the body. Settling in slowly. Giving yourself a few more super deep breaths through the nose and exhales through the mouth. Full relaxation. Feel the effects of your practice in your body. And notice the difference in your mind. And just keep reminding yourself how effective our yin practice is. Working on that exact place where the physical meets the emotional. Where energy really becomes a thing. And rest in that. Life can be the sunshine on peaceful days with bright blue skies. Or life can be the raindrops that fall like tears squeezed from your eyes. Life can be the heaven that you'll only reach through hell, since you won't know that you're happy if you've not been sad as well. Life can teach hard lessons, but you'll be wiser once you know that even roses need both sunshine and a touch of rain to grow. And just very slowly start to bring some movement back into your body. Wiggling toes, fingers, maybe giving yourself a good stretch. And at some point, hugging knees into chest and rolling over to your favorite side. Keeping your eyes soft still and just taking a last moment in that fetus position on your side. And when you're ready, making your way up to a cross-legged seated position in your own time, gaze soft. Bring the hands in front of your heart space into prayer. Take a last deep breath in through the nose. And an exhale through the mouth. Bowing your forehead down towards your fingers. And then allowing the thumbs to come in between your eyebrows, touching that third eye space. Showing some gratitude for coming onto the mat today. And coming back to your intention for one more time. And notice how you feel about your intention right now. And taking off the mat whatever you've learned or needed into the rest of your day, your evening. The love and the light in me honors the love and the light in you. Namaste.